champion select for game number 2.
Yeah, and that really was boiling down to exactly which lane you want to play through in the early game. The initial response out of LU was, let's get a Syndra, let's get some power in our loins. But they were never really able to combo the jungle plus mid lane synergy. They weren't quite able to go for your full Bjergsen mode. And given the fact that they never were able to break open mid lane, there was just no penetration into the enemy jungle. There was no warding. There was no anything going on. And Bakatar, like, when you make the 1v5 jokes, that was 1v0. He wasn't fighting anyone. He was having his merry own time, living in the forest, killing some camps, and then taking whoever's life he wants.
Yeah, very much so, as we do see Zach this time banned away from Bakatar. Even the first pick over on LU, Laurentian, they're not going to be picking up Zach this time around. But Swain's still open, maybe looking for that one. Solid Gold has one more ban to ban away for his team. As we see Jarvan, Rengar, and Xayah banned out. Alistar are going to be the last one for Laurentian. So there's a lot of focus on the jungle and, of course, the bot side here.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but Correctus plus Yoha were just on fire that game. Bakatar sure had a great hand in starting them off early, got it quite a few games from the bottom side, but they just kept it going. There's the power pick we were talking about, though. Who do you think's going to get it? I don't know why I'm asking who do you think's going to get it. Who do you think's going to get it, Steven? Well, I don't know. Maybe not anyone is that's not actually being picked up yet.
Let's keep in mind this is our second game casted today, and it does kind of get to us every now and then. Solid Gold going to be locking the Swain. That's going to go over to Laurentian, that's for sure. So we're going to have Correctus hover over the Jhin. And once again, do want to repeat that Jhin Rageblade is not allowed right now due to the calculation bug of how Rageblade interacts with Jhin. But Jhin himself, he is available, and Correctus had a great game number 1 on that Jhin. Bakatar.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to go for the exact same bottom lane. It worked from game number 1. Maybe they're going to have to get a different jungler because no Zach, they're going to be able to put that pressure down. But I have no reason to believe that this bot lane is going to go any differently. And that's another pick I really want to see change. The Sivir, for me, didn't do anything. It didn't stay competitive early. It never capped back up. But that's the pick that we saw banned out before. Caitlyn is able to go toe-to-toe with the Jhin.
Yeah, Caitlyn has been a contested pick, especially into Jhin, like you said, being able to say toe-and-toe. And just an overall safer pick, especially than the Severe. You do have traps. You do have 90 caliber net to help get you out of harm's way. It's not a huge gap closer or huge escape, but it is a little bit more than Severe, who just has a spell shield. But Bromane maybe going back onto this Jax. I don't think that'll be Solid Gold going to the Jax on the top side. Bromane, he seemed comfortable on it as far as first picking it last game, and he didn't die that much early on. He just got caught out, and then he was able to withstand damage, but that's kind of a trait as building tanky Jax, so you can't really say too much about that.
So the real change that needs to happen here, if they want to keep going with the same jungle style, if they're really confident in it, they need to have winning lanes. The way you start facilitating that invasion game is you get the pushing lanes so that when your jungler reaches the enemy jungler in their own jungle, there's no backup. Your lanes are going to be the first ones there. And that's how you just start forcing the enemy jungler to either give up absolutely everything or fight like a 1v4. That is how you win the jungle just completely outright. And if they want to keep this style, that is how they have to play. I'm going to keep a very watchful eye now on the mid lane. Not quite sure if it's going to be Swain going to the mid, Swain going to the top. They have left themselves in a very open position where they could even pick up another jungler with Jax going to the top lane at the moment. But they need to pick priority. They want to play with priority. They're unable to stall out. Give them some priority.
A lot of question marks going up over onto Laurentian as we do see Trundle locked in on that last pick for Washington St. Louis. And every now and then you do see Trundle go into the support. So technically this is a flex pick as well. But with Braum being locked in, you do see Trundle going to that top side. So they do know over on Laurentian who they're going to be facing on that top side. We're going to see Jax, of course. Not so bad considering Trundle. He does. I don't know if anyone can hear those automobiles outside, but Trundle does take advantage of those auto attacks, and of course Counter-Strike does take advantage of anyone using auto attacks. But we do see a Janna being locked in, or Janna being banned out, I should say. Corki banned out as well. So Tomo going to be on a different champion in the mid lane.
The Corki ban, I mean, they're mostly going to leave Tomo for the counter pick here. Gnar in the top. yeah, I mean, Gnar in the top lane, Trundle most likely in the jungle now. So unless like there's gonna be some crazy like Gnar in the mid lane, which is theoretically possible. I mean, if they put Swain in the mid lane, that's basically a full rotation down. But the Corki ban for me signals a return to the Syndra or something like it. They want a lane that's not going to be so easy just to push over. That's not going to be so easy where Corki can just stand 5 feet back. Syndra's going to be able to put down some domination, put down some force. Either that or something like the Orianna are the two things that really spring to mind, because if they want to now opt back into that Cassiopeia too, that what are they doing? Okay, all right, we've seen this strategy before. I'm not a fan.
No.
But at least it's not a Darius. Yeah.
It's against a Gnar. Well, there you go. Vladimir. Okay. Going very magic heavy over on the side of Laurentian this time around.
Yeah, that's definitely going to put a little bit more weight onto Quest to be able to carry through with the ADC damage, with the Caitlyn damage. She's definitely capable of doing it, and especially with the Lulu plus Caitlyn lane, there are few lanes that are going to be able to go toe-to-toe for an elongated period of time. So kudos to them for now solidifying that pressure. Next question has to be what's with the jungle, because Jax versus the Trundle in the jungle is not the normal jungle matchup we see nowadays, especially with both Olaf and the Skarner still on the board.
Yeah, that is interesting. Skarner and Olaf made it by in both games, and we talked about in the new patch. Kha'Zix is even a pretty decent pick right now as far as junglers are concerned, because he does give that isolation damage, and it's got buffed recently, and that one's not picked. Instead, picking Jax and picking a Trundle. Very interesting to see how these two work. Trundle, I'll be honest, I haven't seen a Trundle jungle in a very long time. But Bakatar, he did very good he did fantastic actually with the Zac game number 1. Gonna see to repeat some of that magic in game number 2. A different play style, that is for sure. Mid lane though, Cassiopeia, a lot of pressure, a big scaling champion in that mid lane. Tomo did great with Corki, but Corki has an escape. Cassiopeia does not. That is something that is a red flag for me.
Yeah, that might be alluding to the fact that Jax would want to go hit that mid lane a bit more, really start playing through one of his lanes. But I mean, if you're going to do that, maybe I'm very hesitant to say the top lane, because Gnar too, not quite the easiest person to just throw on up there. But looking across, Vladimir does need quite a bit of time to scale, in Cassiopeia, especially with the changing in items on 8.4, giving the AP back to the mid laners, and putting basically Lost Chapter in absolutely every single item ever. Tomo is going to be able to fight very early and outdamage Vladimir in the lane a lot. And we are talking about how Jax needed winning lanes to play through. And I'm not really sold that Gnar into Swain is going to be a winning lane for Swain. And that really just boils down, once again, towards this bottom lane matchup where it's all going to be on Quest and full stop to do something against Jhin plus Braum.
Yeah, I actually am surprised to see the Swain go to the top lane. Of course, Swain is the flex pick, can do that, but I've mostly seen him in the mid lane where he can use a supernova to burst down anybody he gets in the face of, and you typically don't do that to top lane tanks. Gnar, you're not going to burst down a Gnar, and not to mention Gnar does have quite the reach advantage on you as well. So we're going to see how that one is played on that top side. As we do also, again, very heavy magic damage over on the side of Laurentian. Vladimir in the mid lane, but like you said, Bromane, as the Jax, he wants winning lanes, and he also wants the lane to gank too. Vladimir, not really that, because you don't have any CC as Vladimir, so I'm anxious to see how that one's going to work out, especially like you said, Cassiopeia is going to be able to dish out a lot of damage early on due to how the items were reworked a little bit there with the AP and the mana. But we're going to transition over to some plugs, because that's why we're all here, let's face it. My name is Joshua Fekes Quest. I'm here with Steven Return Johnson. You can follow us on Twitter on our @ right below us. You can also hit !casters in the chat and get our links to our Twitters in the chat, so you can just click. It's very easy for you. You can also hit !Discord to get the Discord link. Click on that. It's easy for you. Join our community, join our games whenever we have some. Of course, we have them in CSGO, League of Legends, Dota.
You really want us to have a COD
I know, community. That's because I'm friends with people from
Every
E United.
Time today, it's like, we got COD.
I know.
Bass.
It's because I'm friends with people from E United, and they're like really big into COD, blah, blah, blah. And there's actually a COD event going on in England. It happens. COD's on the mind. Either way, what else is on the mind are our other social medias, twitter.com/CStarLeague, twitter.com/CSLLOL, and of course our Facebook.com, or Facebook at facebook.com/CStarLeague. You can also check out any of the VODs, any of the matches or shows that you missed. Over on YouTube, youtube.com/CStarLeague. We put all of our VODs there, so go check those out, especially if you want some good study material or just some good entertaining games. And of course, want to give a shout out to Twitch for being here with us from the very beginning, helping grow the collegiate esports community. Wouldn't be here without you. Go check them out on twitter.com/Twitch and facebook.com/Twitch. We're getting into game number 2. Remember, this is a best of 3. This is JV, Junior Varsity. Might be see a little bit different of play style that you see maybe in the varsity that we are accustomed to seeing over the season. We've been broadcasting a lot of varsity teams. JV, we talked about it earlier. You got to start somewhere. You got to plant the seed somewhere. JV is where it's at. So not everything is going to be as smooth as, say, a Maryville CC Columbia College game, but it is going to be something to look forward to in the future because every team does deserve spotlight, and eventually sometimes plants grow, and that's what we're seeing, hopefully, possibly today here as well. You got this? You got this, Return?
Well, either way, we got the loading screen from us right now. No, you guys don't. You guys see our faces, unfortunately, but not too much insanity coming up. Hopefully, you guys will be switching over in just a second now. Not too much insanity really coming out of these runes taken. Biggest one for me has to be Crabs who carry.
Yep.
Crabs who carry.
Yep.
Crabs carry in the top lane has elected for the I forgot its name now. Summon Ares. Has elected for Summon Ares over something like the Fleet Footwork. I think Fleet Footwork in this lane would have been a better choice, given that Solid Gold does poke damage and he also heals up. So this way, Krabs is going to put down some damage. He's not going to be able to heal up as effectively as he would have if he had Fleet Footwork. But in the end, it's going to be very much boiled down to how he wants to play that lane. And if you have a gank from someone like Bakatar on the Trundle, it's going to be incredibly hard for Solid Gold to actually get out of here. And the extra damage might really start paying off then.
We're going to see how that one goes. We actually see a grouping coming up right now. Full stop. He may be getting caught out here. May have to blow his flash. He's going to get hit with the Braum Q. Is he going to be stunned up? Hits the flash. Are they going to follow over? They are not. They're just going to take that summoner and go. Nice discipline by Washington St. Louis. Get that summoner and then just back out. Don't overextend themselves. Though, to be honest, they probably could have and got the kill there.
I mean, I think they honestly got enough because now that paints a huge target on the bottom lane. You already know, especially because you have the vision game too, exactly where that enemy jungler is starting, so you can time your ganks. Also, Bakatar with the slow pillar will have the easiest kill onto the world if on full stop. If he actually gets down there, you pop that pillar. There is no way for him to get out. And we saw what happens when you give Correctus and you're these champions and get them that far ahead. I see no reason for the game plan to change.
Yeah, very much so. Especially, I mean, Washington, St. Louis, they had a great game number 1. Thinking they're going to go with the same strategy here. Bakatar, of course, on the Trundle this time around. Let's keep that in mind. Trundle, a little bit of an abnormal jungler. Not quite meta, especially with Skarner and Olaf up. But Bakatar thinks he feels comfortable on that Trundle, taking press the attack. Instead of any tanky stats going on right now, he's going to go with the more offensive with the press the attack, get those 3 auto attacks, and try to duel out Bromane possibly, who was taking Conqueror. Didn't quite make use of it last game. Built into that Tanky Jax. We're going to see what he does this time around. Maybe going more offensive, not thinking that the Tanky Jax was a good idea last game around. But Tomo, this is what you were talking about. The amount of damage he can put out as a Cassiopeia early on, going to be huge. He gets so much damage down onto Burgundy Mist, he has to back out completely.
And that is the power of the Cassiopeia, and that is why I am very against the idea that Burgundy is going to be winning out this lane. He's not going to have pushing power because Tormo can literally just keep doing that all game, especially once he gets his first back with 1100 gold. Once he gets the Tormo, he's still looking pretty aggressive there, but once he gets the first back with 1100 gold, once he's able to get the Lost Chapter, and also he has Presence of Mind as well, which gives you the bonus mana whenever you level up or get a kill. There is going to be a lot of ability spam in this mid lane. Tomo is going to absolutely wreck face if he gets a chance.
Oh, force a Sanguine Pool out of him as well. And this is something that has to be very alarming to Burgundy Mist, who took an Ignite, which tells me that he wants to be aggressive on a Tomo, expecting to possibly get an early kill. That is completely negated now, as he is going to go back, has the Unsealed Spellbook, so he may be switching something out for a teleport. Yeah, switches the Ignite out for a teleport, knows that's going to be completely useless at this point, seeing how aggressive Tomo is getting. He's already doubling the CS of Burgundy Mist, and now Bromane getting caught out, possibly. Counter-Strike going to do some wonders over to Bakatar here, but now Burgundy Mist, he's coming back in. He does have full health bar now that he went back. Used that teleport as well, but both teams are just going to back out, pressure each other back out, and just reset.
This is already a great adaptation coming out of LU because they know exactly what's on Bakatar's mind. They know that Full Step had to blow his flash, and Bromane knew that he was going to try to pass towards bot lane. That being said, he already put out some pretty good wards, not only in the enemy jungle, but also right outside the Dragon Pit to keep his bottom lane safe. And that's going to buy them some more time from now because the one thing that really just bricks this game is if your Caitlyn plus Lulu lane starts losing. You put so much priority into that, but Bromane is going to be completely seen on this play.
Yeah, he's going to be seen, but it might not matter. He's still going to get quite a bit of damage down onto Yuruha. Even the Piltover Peacemaker doing quite a bit, but Summoner's going to be saved. Very nice awareness by this bot side of Washington St. Louis. They're just going to walk out with a low health bar.
A little bit more pushing here in the mid lane, but the big part on that bot lane play was that no summoner spells were burned between Correctus and Yura, which means that they still have the advantage going on through. Now that being said, it does need Bakatar to actually be there, or it does need some aggressive play, but at the moment, full props to LU, because it does seem like not only they have recovered from that little early game blunder having to blow the flash, but they still have the push in lane. They are still the ones playing with confidence. And this is a great change.
Yeah, very much so. See what happened whenever you change the ADC to something a little more powerful, as we see Bakatar hanging out on the top side, maybe ganking onto solid gold. Does get a flash out of him. That is pretty huge. Flash for flash. Bakatar going to go in. Are they going to be able to seal this one off? There's a flash by Crab as well. Bakatar taking up some turret shots, but solid gold, he gets out. So that was one flash for two, technically in favor of solid gold.
Yeah, that was a huge overextension. Not need to pressure your advantage that hard. Just accept the flash and just revisit the lane. There's no reason why you can't. But Tomo gonna be going in once again. It has no level advantage, no ultimate just yet.
Yeah, no ultimate, but he still gets a flash out of Burgundy Mist. He still has the power advantage though. Burgundy Mist recognizes that. Sanguine Pool not saving him either, and actually makes him very predictable for Tomo to land his Q, who still is holding on to his heal as well. So if Burgundy Mist were able to get aggressive, Tomo does have a little bit of a reprieve in that heal. Bromane hanging out in the mid side, showing himself. That means there's no pressure in that bot side. Bromane cannot jump whenever he is on the miasma. Let's keep that in mind. He cannot move. Nobody can move when you're on the miasma as far as your dash abilities or jump abilities. Gap closers. You have to walk. And that is something that Ajax does not want to do. He wants to leap, strike, and then get his aggression down. But a deep ward by Tomo.
Yeah, this is actually really good because not only do they have the pushing mid lane, but with Bakatar being the more aggressive of the two junglers at the moment, even though he is down in that CS game, there's a very real chance that any mid lane play or any jungle play can very easily turn into this first dragon being the Infernal Drake. But it looks like LU, they have the exact same things on the mind, and they have the more aggressive bottom lane at the moment. So give them the advantage on that. And that's just a full team play. This is commitment.
Very much so, as we do see Bakatar making
TPs are up.
Yeah, TPs are up. Bakatar's down there. In the mid lane, though, Hemo play going down onto Tomo. It's not going to kill him or even really hurt him that much whatsoever. But this dragon is still being contested. Bakatar's not even, he didn't even try to go for that. He's just going to go farm up his blue buff.
Problem was that mid lane, a great set of events from Solid Gold from Burgundy. He knew he wasn't going to get to kill into Tomo, but the active ulting made sure Tomo was too weak to fight. And that was crucial. You have the shoving bot lane where the lane was positioned and with these champions for LU. Mid lane was unable to roam on over. And if Bakatar wanted to go in there, he was effectively sacrificing his life for a chance at stealing that. A great series of macro movements, and this is a completely different LU team than we saw last match.
Yeah, doing very well, having the first Drake secured. Now, let's keep in mind, they did secure the first Drake last time as well, and that did not slow down Washington St. Louis. We're going to see if it keeps at the same trend here. LU looking to try to get a foothold and bring this into a game number 3. This bot lane, even though they're aggressive bot lane with Quest and Full Stop, they're actually losing quite a bit in CS. 13 down right now.
Yeah.
Conrectus still doing a great job commanding the power in that bot side.
They did lose quite a bit actually going for that play, and that's definitely a bit of a sacrifice for the team moment. Hopefully for the duo, they are going to be able to pull back up, but yeah, Full Stop's not really willing to body block any of these shots. Correctus is just, and Connector is still good at Jhin. He's going to be able to farm from a distance no matter where he's at in the lane. But this could be a 3v3 here in this top side. No TPs on the bottom lane.
Collapse onto Bakatar here, but now Tomo and Crab are in here. Big Gnar ultimate into the wall, and there's the Miasma. Nobody can jump away. First blood going over to Bakatar. Solid gold. He's in trouble now. Doesn't even get to blow the Supernova. And that is 2 kills going over to Washington St. Louis. Meanwhile, on the bot side, flash from Quest along with the Wild Growth onto Full Stop. There's a flash onto Full Stop, or with Full Stop as well as heal. Looks like Full Stop, he's going to go down. Conrectus picking up that kill. Now Tomo, he's in control in the mid lane. There's no flash on the side of Burgundy Mist. And there's the ultimate coming out, and the Twin Fangs. Tomo picking up the kill. 4 kills within the matter of 30 seconds for Washington St. Louis.
And in one clean sweep, that advantage they accumulated is effectively over. 2.5k going the other way, correct? Be a little bit concerned. Not gonna want to take that time for too much longer, but decisive plays in the mid lane. Plus over in that top side jungle, right between the mid lane and top lane in the river, it looked like LU was making a assertive, aggressive play in that jungle. They were the ones who initiated that roam over. But they just back off absolutely nothing and get comboed as a result.
Burgundy missed. Burgundy Mist is going to go down after his flash is used, and that wasn't even from a Twin Fang. That was from Poison, which means he completely wasted that flash for nothing.
That was from Red Buff, actually.
That was Red Buff.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was ticking.
So
but either way, yes.
Yeah.
Your point is completely true. That was a wasted flash. He still is Sanguine Pool. He doesn't have TP. He doesn't have flash. So, once again, Bakatar could do the exact same play. And I don't care whether you put this guy on the Zac, whether you put him on the Trundle. He is still going to find ways to come up absolutely massive.
Yeah, it seems so. He's doing just fine in game number 2 as he did in game number 1. Bakatar doing a very good job both times. I'm actually surprised at how effective this Trundle jungle has been thus far, considering, I mean, he's not very meta. And yeah, we talk about how there is Skarner, how there is Olaf as well, but he's doing just fine on this off-meta pick with the Trundle. And
the big, so you do get a little bit of a drawback, a little bit of actually a benefit to wait for another time. Bromane, you got the whole end, the one-man stun.
Yeah, he's trying to pick someone off here, but there's Wild Growth onto Bromane, which means they're completely committed into this one. Let's keep in mind, yeah, TPs are up. They're not coming down yet, but the curtain call is Bromane, he is full tank again. He's not going to get damage. Conrectus, he's not tank. He is full damage, picks up Full Stop with that 4th shot of the curtain call. Very nice.
And now you have 3 members on this bottom side of the map, but no towers taken down just yet. And absolutely massive gold swing. Even Crabscurry, he wants to go in too.
Yeah, Crab, he's going to go in on the top side. This is a solo kill if he can pick it up. Now in the mid lane as well, Tomo. Everybody indeed. This is too much, but we're going to cover all of it that we can. Burgundy missed. He's not going to be able to pick up a kill. There's a heal used by Tomo. Meanwhile, on the bot side, 3 members of WSTL able to pick up the first turret of the game.
Yeah, and that's going to be absolutely massive. Not only does this put them out to that 5k gold lead at that 12-minute mark, but it also frees up this bottom lane just to go wherever the actual they want to. Tomo's going to keep on fighting, but no ultimate available from Burgundy. Going to keep him at bay for now.
Yeah, Petrifying Gaze would have made a big difference there. Not able to land the Nioxin Blast just yet. Noxious Blast, I actually think it's called, just yet. Relying on the Miasma, though. Really hurting Burgundy with those Twin Fangs.
Oh yeah, he's been only able to land one really solid Petrifying Gaze directly onto Burgundy Mist. That's been able to lock him down in these fights. But I mean, against the Vladimir, that's still a tall task. And just the way that he's beating this man by 20 CS, 2 kills, 2 assists, it's just very convincing. And you have to keep asking the question, where is Bromane?
He is still building that tanky build. Not coming up too heavy.
That is default build, but like you normally go Predator with that, so you can go damage.
Right.
This is a combination of that split push damage Jax build. But for Crabscurry, he needs to be careful because he's in a 1v2.
He's going to just pounce away. The turret was taken, though, by LU, as we do see the rotation on the top side. Conrectus and Yoruha gonna go to that top side, try to push down Solid Gold. In the bot lane. Bot lane of LU gonna go back as well, possibly go to the top side, as there is a teleport on Solid Gold. He doesn't absolutely need to go all the way back. He can't teleport, but you don't want to waste that teleport just for a turret that's already down on that bot side. You just want to go back.
Yeah, no, that would be a very bad idea to say the least.
Ooh, Bakatar though, might be coming up here, getting a flank, or just creating pressure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real three-man group that can beat this three-man group from Wash U. They demand respect, and they're going to push for it. Solid Gold, he's going in.
Solid Gold, yeah, there's the, it's not as Ani as it is actually a stopwatch this time around, but he is still, is he going to go down? The sustain is huge, Supernova picking up Yoruha. I have trouble saying that word. It's okay, Crab on the bot side now. Bromane, we're wondering where he's at. He's on the bot side, and he's going to try to solo out Crab here. Crab, he might be hopping away. There's a flash. Bromane does not have his flash to work with. Boomerang going to slow down Bromane.
Should be good.
Crab going to make it out. He is 100% good.
Swain is big.
Yeah.
Even before kills, even before items, when you dive a Swain, you have to be sure you're going to get him in. That was a very split up play. It looks like only Bakatar and Yohara were actually pursuing the kill. The ADC Connectus wanted to go directly into that tower, but now Tomo's getting engaged on with the ultimate.
Yeah, that's Hamo plague down, but he's not really engaging. He actually just stopped completely. Full stop though. It's going to get hit up with an auto attack from Conrectus, but not going to be rooted down. Bakatar still on the top side as well. Yoruha is now making his way around, trying to clear out some wards, trying to find an advantageous position. Meanwhile, second Drake of the game going over to LU. They're picking up what they can. This time, the Cloud Drake is what they're able to pick up. And now, I think it's at the point where Tomo cannot outright kill Burgundy Mist anymore. Oh! That was a blue buff taken by Quest.
Very nice in the end to take that one away, make sure you don't lose too much on the invade, but the big issue is it takes it away from Burgundy Mist. I mean, he doesn't have mana, so maybe not the biggest thing in the world, but he certainly can use all the help he can get against this lane, because Burgundy is not having a good time in any sense of the word, but Quest and full stop, they're stuck.
Yeah, here's Bakatar. There's the pillar. Full stop. Is he going to be rooted? No, he's not. Quest uses the flash, though. Tremendo. That means that is wild growth coming up along with a teleport. And that is from Solid Gold. But they back off. Washington going to be completely backing off, trying to make this teleport a complete waste. While Crab actually keeps a hold of his teleport. Going to be split pushing the bot side and create some pressure.
Yeah, but with that, LU have the man advantage up. They're going to try to force this Herald on over. They need to be careful because Crab does have the teleport available, so if they want to fight, they can. But no one's roaming over just yet. Bakatar, only one on the front line.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to go over to LU pretty easily. Laurentian going to pick up the Rift Herald. They are doing a lot better with the objective game this time around, but they still have team fight trouble. I think they know that, and they're trying to avoid outright team fights.
Yeah, they definitely need more items for a team fight, but honestly, when they get to they just win team fights. They have the beefier members. Burgundy plus Solid Gold have so much AoE control, and Quest just is a good ADC to have in these team fight situations. Grab the Renowned Hurricane, and you're all ready to go on Caitlyn. But certainly where it does come in, you need to just find a way to deal with Tomo, who's just turning into an absolute beast so far. Krabs is stuck under tower, but here's Domo.
Yeah, Tomo is there in Solid Gold. He's going to go right in onto him. Petrifying Gaze is actually going to slow him up quite a bit. He loses a lot of health. Is he going to go down? Crab picking up that kill. Burgundy Mist now. He is met by Bakatar in his own jungle. And there's, oh nice, Pillar actually forcing a flash out of Burgundy Mist. Not able to walk around there. Freezing his Jays, going around, not able to walk completely free. I said Jays.
Alright, then we'll Conrectus and Yohara are going to have that free time on the top tower, and given the 2-kill Jin so far, he's going to be able to take this one pretty easily.
Yeah.
Does have the assistance from Yohara. And yeah, that's probably going to be the base breaking they need. That's only the 3rd tower of the game for them. And despite it still being a very convincing match for them, still over 5k in the lead, it's not quite as convincing. They have let up 2 dragons. They've let up the Herald when they should be very firmly in the lead here. And certainly, they're still in the driver's seat. They're just unfortunately in the driver's seat of like a taxi instead of like a Lamborghini.
Very much so, as Taxi does get you where you want to go. It just takes a little bit longer. Maybe that's what we're seeing here from Washington St. Louis. As the
more like a Beetle.
Yeah,
it's gonna get you there. It's a little bit more efficient, but
it's trustworthy.
Nowhere near splashy.
Yeah, we do see curtain call coming out as we see contention coming out onto this mid lane. Maybe seeing a potential dive here.
They're still split up, and they're still focusing so hard on this split push game that they're just refusing to fight.
Yeah, a lot of discipline coming out from Laurentian. They actually, I guess, technically do waste the Rift Herald. It wasn't taken, but they do eventually get the turret, so I can't say it's too wasted. Romain, he's going to go in. Flash, actually, but he gets exhausted immediately. Wild Growth going to keep him alive. Is it going to be enough, though? He is going to stay alive. Meanwhile, on the bot side, though, which, by the way, speaking of bot side, there is a teleport coming in from Crab. Is he going to pick up somebody? No, the Boomerang actually going to miss. Washington St. Louis, they are on the run here, and Bakatar picking up solid gold. So that is a kill going over to Washington St. Louis. Trade for the tower, bottom inner for the outer middle in favor of Washington St. Louis, but they are going to now aggress a little bit more.
It looked so dire for Canertis. He walks forward the exact wrong second, gets pulled into the middle of the fight and almost taken out as a result, but good on Wash U. They were able to keep that split push game going without losing a single member in that fight, and then finally at the end, pull that member back, grab the kill on a solid gold, and maintain this lead. This is how you break open a game with split pushing. And I mean, it was a good attempt, or at least a good idea coming up from LU, but if you're going to break this, if you're going to stop the split pushing game, you need to be so incredibly confident in those engages, and right now it's just not there. Bromain is not able to engage that far in a fight.
Yeah, he did try his best in that mid side with the flash, but that did not happen in the favor that he wanted to, or at least in the way he wanted to, I should say. Did pick up the turret in the mid lane, but they did lose quite a bit more for that effort, so Laurentian, they need to be careful with their engages, need to not overstep, because it looks like Washington St. Louis, they are on the in the point in their life, they're in the point in the game. Yeah, right. They're
like such a point in life.
Yeah.
Things start to change.
Oh my God! Wow, look at that chunk on freaking.
Compositions start changing. You start noticing item builds where you never.
You know, that actually is true, because that's something. I mean, Bromain, he's still building that tank Jax. I'm still not convinced on that one.
Neither am I at this point. It's like, I like tank Jax, but if you're gonna take tank Jax, just take Predator. You can be the engage man you've always needed, while still being pretty stylish. But unfortunately, he's speccing like he wants to do damage, he's building like he wants to engage, and neither of which are really coming to fruition here, so it's kind of like building, I don't even know what to go with there, but just make up some interesting analogy here, but it looks like they are still going to be playing around the split push game. Has not yet completed the second item, hasn't completed the Frozen Malin.
Ooh, look at this. So
that's going to be a very important mark. That is fully warded from LU.
Yeah, they're going to try to have a sneaky Baron coming out here. Dragon being taken
look at it.
by WSTL. They are just going to, that is a very accurate assumption, because they did not even try. I guess maybe the Drake went down a little faster than they anticipated, because they were all going up into the Baron full force. Yeah, maybe expect to take it.
Here could be a great rotation coming out of Wash, because they're going to be pushing on the mid lane. If they can bait back Burgundy to defend this mid tower, they have the inside track to Baron, and they have a Cassiopeia. She destroys Barons. Yeah, here comes the back, so now would actually be a great time to double back and try to take that Baron. Maybe take one more wave, but
they are pinging.
They could move back for it. They can either do that or try Fnatic Bush, but there are wards, so once they start, they gotta go quick. There are two control wards in that single bush alone. They have vision game.
They're gonna go for it. Yeah, Crab, he does not have teleport, but they waited so long to actually get moving toward the Baron pit that he's there now, so he can actually zone people off. He was not able to jump over the wall. It had to flash over it, but yeah. Cassiopeia able to create a zone here. Let's see how much it actually works. Bromain, he's in there. There's the flash. There's the smite. Bromain, he picks it up for his team. LU picking this one up. Bakatar, he's the only one left alive in that pit. Supernova going off, and there is Quest finishing him off with the ace in the hole. So huge play for LU, stealing the Baron and getting some kills along the way.
I didn't even notice Tomo's build. He went for the full scaling, so he doesn't have any aggressive items. Sure, he's still a Cassiopeia, but the rate at which you can take Baron is significantly lower. And on top of that, you still got a Jhin. And that was an incredibly aggressive play. They started that just a little bit too late, and they ended up paying a price for it. Only Tomo and Crab going to be walking away with the Baron buff. Crab, wait, he doesn't... Wait, no, that went to the other side! I didn't even see that. Oh, you got the Baron.
Yeah. No. Jack's got the... Yeah, no, Jack smited away.
I thought that was... I thought the... oh, gosh.
No.
I thought Wash U got the Baron and then paid 3 members for it. But no, they lost the Baron and then paid 3 members for losing the Baron.
Big play for LU.
No, that is exactly what LU needs.
Yeah, very much so. It actually closed the gold gap quite a bit to about 1.8 now. They're keeping this game relatively even. Turrets almost even as well. Their team fight potential starting to accelerate, especially with this Baron, but now their siege potential is definitely there. If they can pressure, they can take advantage of this one. It's going to be interesting to see how LU takes advantage. But Solid Gold, he is a huge beast with these Swain ultimates. Getting in the circle, or getting everyone in his circle, in his zone, supernovaing on them. And then it's a very low health bars for Washington St. Louis after that. As we see a massive wave on that bot side.
You have to keep in mind, though, that was a very niche situation that WashU just put themselves in the middle of Baron, lacking a member while all of them were decently low already. Sure, that was great comboing of the AoE, but what's the likelihood that's going to come out again? They need to find that exact same fight once more. Now will be the time to find it, but already locked down. This is 10 members on the bot side.
There, yeah, all 10 members. Bakatar, he's going to go down eventually. No, he gets healed up, and he makes it out. Hemo play coming out as well, going to amplify the damage. Conrectus is going to go down as a result of that Hemo plague. And now that is 3v5 on the bot side. And now Bromane, he's going to put a little bit more pressure, zone off the remaining members of Washington St. Louis as LU taking full advantage of this Baron, going to pushing into the bot lane inhibitor, take that one as well.
Conrectus has about 15 seconds left. Not really enough time to take another tower in terms of Nexus Tower. Maybe that mid lane inhibitor tower, but here's another fight.
Oh, Tomo, he gets caught up. Solid Gold able to root him and displace him. Bromane finishing off the kill. Now Crab going down as well. This is exactly what Laurentian needed, and they may be able to finish the game off of that.
Yeah, they needed to wait for Conrectus to come back up to have a fighting chance, but now that could... Switching so insanely hard off of the back of one play.
One Baron steal was all it took. One Baron steal, 3 kills, and Laurentian put this into a game number 3, making this a very competitive series against Washington University in St. Louis. Game number 3 is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I think a few of the same issues for LU are still there, and honestly, for me, that was more of WashU losing the game than it was LU winning it. But, I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you give the other team a chance to win. They still have to operate on it to walk away with a W. And LU, they saw their chance and they took it. But, yeah, that was certainly a very aggressive, a very dominant early game from WashU. And if they don't make that one play, maybe they walk away with a victory here after 2-0. But now we've got ourselves a series with a lot on the line still.
Yeah, very much so. One chance is all LU needed, and they took it, and they got it, and then won the game number 2. So we are going to get into a game number 3.